mountain, river, and plain, through wind and storm, rides Anne of the Airlanes.
Learning that the word inaccessible used in the note found in the deserted airplane on Trinidad Island refers to the island of that name a short distance from Tristan da Cunha, Pete, Kay, and Zeb land there and start to search for the gas that is supposed to be cached in a cave somewhere on the island. Only 20 miles away on the larger island of the trio, Jack, Ann, and the two diamond smugglers are getting the huge interstate transport ship ready for the final leg of the transatlantic hop on the route to the illicit diamond fields in Luando, Africa. The huge transport has ample provisions for the 2,000-mile hop to Cape Town, but the little Aircat lacks oil, gas, and most important of all, food for the three occupants. It is while searching for this hidden store that Zeb falls into what appears to be a bottomless pit high up on the island plateau. Has he been injured? Will Kay and Pete, with the meager resources at their command, be able to rescue him? We join them at the mouth of the pit.
Zeb, are you hurt? Can you answer me? I don't hear a sound. Do you, Kay?
Oh, nothing but those rocks, Pete. If he's at the bottom, they must be crashing right down on him.
Jarred loose when Zeb fell in there. But say, have you heard one of them sound like it hit bottom?
No, I haven't, Pete.
That's funny. I've been listening for, maybe a splash. Thought this might end up in one of those caves down there on the beach, but I sure don't hear anything like that.
Oh, can't we find a rope or a cable or something in the plane, Pete? I could go down because I'm the lightest. If the hole is that narrow, maybe Zeb's wedged down just a little ways, and if he was knocked out or something like that, we could get him out.
Not a thing in the ship, Kay.
Well, then, couldn't I sort of brace myself against the side? You know, like we used to wiggle ourselves up and down between two walls that were close together. I used to do that when I was a kid.
Sure, I know. Used to do it myself.
If you'll get the flashlight from the plane, I'll try it, Pete. You see, if anything happens, you'll be able to fly the ship away, so it's better that I do it.
Okay, sorry. Look, those walls are like glass. You'd probably slip before you got 10 feet.
Oh, but maybe that's just a layer of rock of some kind. It wouldn't be like that very
I'm
far.
afraid it would. You see, these islands are built up by volcanoes, and all the stuff under the top layer of soil is lava or molten rock. No, we got to figure out some other way.
Pete, didn't you say that the hole probably went right on down to one of the caves on the beach?
It might, but of course that's just a chance. We have no way of knowing unless we can get down there on the beach and have a look.
No. Well, you got a piece of paper? Just a little one.
Sure, my notebook, but what's the idea?
Never mind. Give me that. Now, let's see. Pete, you're right. That paper is going right straight up. Well, that shows that it's open on the bottom, and all we have to do is to get down to that beach and find where this pit comes out, and then see if we can work our way up.
Yeah, that's swell if we can find a way down. Listen, do you hear something?
It sounds like Zeb. Listen.
Hello, Zeb. Are you hurt? Say, you can't hear him in here at all.
Sounds like it's coming from down on the beach, Pete.
I don't see where he could have fallen that far without killing himself, but he sure sounds like that's where he is.
Well, it must be, for there's not a sound coming out of that hole.
You see him anywhere?
There he is, Pete. Right over there by those large rocks, right by the edge of the water.
Hey, Zeb. Here we are. Are you hurt? That's a swell idea, but how?
Same way I got down here. I'll be doing it on purpose. Bring a flashlight with you, too.
What do you mean the same way you got there? Fall down?
I'm ready to go. Just drop down into that pit up there. Take over 6 feet down to where it levels off. That black rock pulls you. The part out that you drop floats off. It's mighty slick. I almost burst the pool neck. Hurry up now.
Okay, Zeb, I'll try it. Come on, Kay.
Uh-huh.
Things appear to be different from what they look around here. If it didn't wreck Zeb, it won't crack us up. We'll get that flashlight first.
But, Pete, those rocks falling, you could hear them banging from side to side as they went down, and I know they dropped further than any 6 feet.
We'll see when we get a flashlight. Wonder if Zeb has found the gas.
Well, if he hasn't, we can wait until headquarters sends that destroyer.
By the time that it gets here, we'll be just about 24 hours behind Jack and Ann. I'd like to know how they could get any gas up the sides of that cliff, even if they could land it here.
That's so, too. Well, we'll have to worry about that later. Oh, here's the ship.
I'll grab the flashlight. There. Anything you want in here, Kay?
Not a thing unless you happen to run across a nice fried chicken.
Keep still about food, Kay, before Here it is.
How long do you think Jack and Ann will stay in Tristan, Pete?
Not very long. Just long enough to fill up with gas and oil and then be on their way across the briny deep.
But they can't expect Jack to go on forever without a bit of rest.
Unless I miss my guess, Jack is right now having the sleep of his life. That gang has a radio station on Tristan, and they have someone there that can gas up the ship and unload whatever it is that they want from the stuff that Jack bought. And meanwhile, Jack gets himself a load of sleep.
How about Ann? She must be worn out by this time.
If Jack and Ann are playing their cards right, they're doing what Vic and Joe should have done. Slept in relays. In other words, Ann should have caught herself a cat nap while Jack was flying so she could hang around the ship and be on the lookout for any messages that might drop in from headquarters. Well, okay, there's the pit. We'll see what happened to Zeb. Kept him from going into a spin. Well, for the love of Mike.
What?
It does, Kay. There's the bottom right there, almost in front of our noses.
Oh, but that rock is so black that without a light it just looks like it goes on down. But, Pete, there's some sort of an opening off to one side. That must be where it sloped.
Right. Well, I'll drop down first, Kay, and then you drop and I'll grab you, okay?
Okay, Pete, I'm right behind
Hey,
you.
hold this light and then toss it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And here I go.
What's the matter?
Zeb's right. It is slick. Okay, drop me the light and then come on.
Here you are. Now, catch me.
There you are.
Ooh.
Watch your step. It's like ice here. Yeah, you can walk right into that opening and then... Hey, what's this?
What is it?
I thought for a minute that Zeb had done us dirt. This thing does slope down, and I do mean down. But take a look at that. Tracks.
Tracks? Oh, Pete, I hope there are no wild animals around here.
Wild animals, nothing. Steel tracks like they use in mines.
Oh.
Narrow gauge stuff. And they run down just as far as you can see.
But they're all rusty. Surely this gang couldn't have laid them.
Well, I've been down here in this cave for a long time. Well, what for, I sure don't know. Just watch out and don't stub your toe on those ties.
Looks like someone must have been mining for something around here, Pete. See, you can see where they've chipped off places in the sides of this cave.
That's where they had to make the passage a little wider for whatever they were hauling, either up or down. Now, we're doing any digging in here, because you can see that this is a natural tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
And they just had to help it out a little now and then.
Pete, look, there's someone up there in front of us. Way down there, see?
I don't see anybody. Where?
Oh, you can't see anybody, but there's a light. See it?
Of course there's a light. That's the end of the cave or tunnel or whatever it is. That's daylight.
Oh, it scared me for a minute. But I guess you're right. Don't go so fast, Pete. I'm almost out of breath.
Can't help it, Kay. This thing's almost straight down. I need better brakes in mind to hold back on a hill like this.
All right, but if I fall, I'll roll right out onto the beach.
Which is just about what happened to Zeb, all right. We'll be there in a second or so. Yeah, doing okay, Zeb. Be with you in a minute. See, Kay? There's the beach right in front of you.
I see it. Now all we have to do is figure out how to get back up.
We'll think about that after we have a search for that gas that ought to be in here. Zeb! Hello, Zeb!
Oh, Zeb, we're so glad to see you.
Yeah, I bet you sure thought I was a goner, didn't you, Pete?
Putting it mildly, yes, we did, Zeb. Never thought about having a private elevator down to this beach.
Pete, look up at that cliff. You mean that we were way up there? Oh, it makes me dizzy just to look at it.
The air hostess gets dizzy looking at a cliff. Can you beat that? Say, Zeb, what do you make of that track that's laid through the tunnel?
Oh, that? I never thought nothing about it. I reckon that fellow that I was telling you about one time that was doing a little prospecting around here just left it when he went. Left a couple of his cars, too. They're over there in that cave. Looks like that's where he had his storeroom.
Did you find the gas that note told about?
Just take a look into that cave, son, and see for yourself.
Hey, I wish you'd take a look at this. Are we running in luck?
Look, that's no name for it, Pete. 1,000-gallon drums of gas, 6 drums of oil, and what is that delicious writing I see on the front of that wooden box?
That says in short, corned beef hash, ready to serve.
I thought that was what it said, only it seemed too good to be true.
Yep, youngsters, I reckon we ain't got much to worry about now. The funny part of all this is, all this stuff was left here by the Doc and his gang, so they could use this place for a stopping place. And they changed their plans on account of having a bigger ship or something. Maybe finding out that they can land on top of the mesa at Tristan, where their radio station is, and what happens. Why, we that are trying to throw a monkey wrench into the gang's machinery, we stumble onto the stuff and use it to help us heave that wrench.
I've just been thinking of something. Can you land the Aircat and take off from this beach?
This beach? Of course not, Kay. What's the matter with you?
Then just how do you propose to get this gas and oil up to that ship?
Say, I never thought of that. We sure couldn't carry it up that incline, not just the three of us anyway. Unless we carried it bucket full at a time.
Which would only take you about 3 days to move that 1,000 gallons. And you're going to need every drop of it, and need it quick if you're going to keep right after Jack Baker.
We might just as well have a carload of canned food and no can openers to have 1,000 gallons of gas and no way to get it to the ship.
Speaking of which, son, reminds me that we ain't got a can opener, and that corned beef is in cans.
Which just about means we might just as well wait for the destroyer, because we'll be here until then, taking the gas up drop by drop.
Nope, it just means that I got to do a little thinking. Prospecting all over the map has taught me to open a can without a can opener, and also how to take stuff up the side of a mountain. Come on, Pete. You and me is going to do a little prospecting.
1,000 gallons of gas and a plentiful supply of oil lying at the foot of a 1,000-foot cliff. Will the self-reliant Zeb be able to figure out a method to move the heavy load up to the plateau that towers almost a quarter of a mile above them? And will they make it in time to keep in close touch with Jack and Ann when they roar away from the nearby island of Tristan? We leave the situation to the ingenuity of the rugged old prospector until we join them again in the next episode of Ann of the Airlanes.